Hi everybody, I'm back with another little video. And this time I want to talk about love. I know that's very cheesy, and I know maybe this is not for everybody, but this is part of the videos that I'm doing with things that I wrote in June. There is a previous video explaining this, but in June, in order to try and ground myself and appreciate the things that fibromyalgia could take from me and had taken from me before, I embraced my love for writing once again. And I had a little challenge for myself, which was writing every single day until my birthday, which is at the end of June, and having a little piece of writing and a picture. And the writing could be anything. It could be my narration of the day. It could be something that had happened to me in real life. It could just be me talking out loud, or it could be fiction, non-fiction, anything. And of course, as the name of the channel suggests, this has to do with fibromyalgia and kindness. And today I really want to talk about love, because when you have a chronic illness, loving yourself can be hard. And when you have a chronic illness, other people loving you can also be very hard. And I don't mean necessarily from the sexual romantic way. I generally mean just even from the point of view of having any kind of relationship, any kind of friendship. This is something that I've spoken about in previous videos as well. So if you haven't seen those, I recommend that you go have a look, because it really goes into how difficult it can be to just keep any kind of human connection. But more importantly, it can be really, really hard to appreciate yourself and have a healthy relationship with yourself. Because, well, it's quite common that we people with chronic illnesses perceive ourselves as imperfect human beings. And, by the sheer nature of human life, everyone is imperfect. Even the people who pretend that they have it all together and whatnot, they are imperfect, for sure. But I guess that we can't help but judge ourselves as incomplete people or dysfunctional because of the general ableist narrative that there is in society, particularly in the world of capitalism. We are literally, in many ways, the ultimate damage to capitalism, right? We cannot be productive all the time because our illness is stopping us from, powering the machine and whatnot. And as a result, we are often treated as social detritus. And that's a hard thing to say, but it's the reality of events. The truth is, we are not social detritus. We're not detritus at all. We're not even biological detritus, because even though we may not be, built perfectly or wired like everyone else, we're still people, and that's good enough. So the day when I was writing this, which I think was the 4th of June, I decided to write love letters. Now, these love letters are either unread, unsent, erased, or discarded, sometimes to known addresses, sometimes to unknown addresses, sometimes to myself, sometimes to anyone. Meaning, not every single thing that I've written here, these are very, very, very short love letters, by the way. Not everything that I've written here I wrote with a specific person in mind, whether it was a relationship, a friend, a member of my family, or whether it was myself. Not all of them. Some of them definitely, yes. I'm not gonna tell you which though, because I think that kind of ruins the point. The important thing is that all of these are sincere feelings of love. And I hope I can demonstrate that whoever you are, this could apply to yourself. This could be something you could be talking to yourself about, because you deserve that love. And, I'm not gonna tell you if you cannot love yourself, you cannot love other people, whatever, because that's not true. And that can be a very, very narrow way of seeing reality. And I don't want to promote any kind of damaging behavior, particularly not as we're trying to precisely do the opposite and be kinder to ourselves. But we don't tell often to ourselves, kind words, loving words. And again, here is where the kindness in this channel comes through. And not just to ourselves, sometimes to the people that we have in our lives, and that maybe we should be telling them more often that we love them. We don't have to tell them, I love you, or something as direct as that. There are many ways of expressing love. And this is why I've written this. So whether they are to somebody I know, whether they are to myself or to you, on the other side of the screen who I don't know, I hope that you can hear the words and feel them. And I hope they make you feel better as well, because they are sincere. So here we go. I'm gonna try to do this without crying, by the way, because I realized when I was rereading them, I was actually quite soppy on some of these. But then again, you know, this is my unfiltered, true feelings. So what am I supposed to do? Censor myself? Well, that would be unkind, and we are not tolerating that in this channel. So, like I said, they're little ones, so I'm gonna have little breaks between them. And here we go. Are you ready? Excellent. And in fact, in order to make this even more on point, something that I don't tend to do very often is like pictures of myself. And I'm actually gonna do voiceover over pictures of myself that I actually really like, to reinforce the kindness and the self-love, whether the letter is addressed from me or not, because it came from me in any case, so it should be appreciated and loved that way. So watch out. Okay, so here comes love letter number 1. There is something about the way you read my mind, so comforting. The knowledge that another human being could just get me without me having to utter a word, and safety suddenly materializes in front of me. I'm not sure that's something I can truly put into words. You don't know how many times you'd hold me still while the world was falling apart, and I just hung on because you were like deeply rooted ash. The old father would be proud, and for sure, so am I. Love letter number 2. Thank you for being there, for existing, for making me feel less alone in this world that far too often seems like a ball of darkness ready to swallow me. Thank you for being the sun and the moon, the light ever so clear that brings me peace and serenity, that allows me to keep fighting monsters, that helps me look up to the stars and allow my mind to wander and dream. I'm not sure you know how fucking powerful and nice that is. Here we go with love letter number 3. I'll never get tired of your voice. I know for someone who likes music as much as I do, that sounds like an odd thing to say. But I had to pick, and if I had one last wish of a sound to hear, it wouldn't be of my favorite cello playing a piece or a metal song. It wouldn't be the sound of rain falling and tapping on the glass, which makes me smile. If I was about to go deaf right now, the last sound I'd want to hear is your melodic, soothing vocal cords saying just about anything. And I wouldn't even care if it wasn't my name. And here is the next love letter. I get scared sometimes of the way you make me feel. Me, the woman of words, thoughts, resources, stories, completely still on my feet. My throat dry, my hands nervous. I just feel dumb. And I hate it and I love it all at once. But sometimes I don't think you really get what lies underneath, behind my smile when you make me blush, and I don't tell you or you don't see it, when I can't sleep at night and I imagine whole conversations together, because I'm normally so well put together, fierce and relentless. And in those moments I just feel like a stupid teenager, dizzy, insecure, unworthy and wanting. And I don't think you really know, and perhaps it's for the best. Perhaps it will scare you and take you away, and frankly, that will be when I just implore for the sun to explode. Okay, here is another one. I'm glad we met in this lifetime and the previous one, because I think we both know this has been a really long affair. I'm sorry it took me long to find you on this one. My compass got broken, the game leveled up too fast, and I got delayed by obstacles that tried to keep me from my true destiny. You know, I don't really believe in cosmology, crystals, astrology, and the like. But perhaps this one time I have to accept there is just something about us I can't explain, and maybe I don't have to. I'm just glad I recognized you and collided back, because we very nearly didn't. Yeah, believe it or not, I had more. I was actually working on this quite a lot on that day. Anyway, here is the next one. I really wish you knew Spanish or another language better, because this stupid language never quite gets close enough to the degree of unrestrained emotion that I try to control and are my feelings for you. I haven't found the perfect sounding one yet, or decided which I prefer, but when I do, I will tell you, even if you don't understand. Okay, I promise there is literally just 2 more, this one and the next one, and the next one is very, very short. So, anyway, here we go. I met you and years of accumulating songs suddenly made sense. I hope one of these days, the 2 that I'm thinking about, will help me remember the most amazing day of my life. Yet, only the beginning of the journey that I'm willing to undertake, despite all odds, to just stand by your side just a little longer. And here is the last one. I know you know this, and perhaps you don't care, but you will always be my Malteser, and that's just simply irreplaceable. No more love letters, that's the end of it, but I hope that something that I said struck with you and you realize that despite of what you're going through, despite your illness, whether it's fibromyalgia or something else, feelings matter, feelings are okay, and love is a very powerful feeling. It's probably the only feeling that takes us really out of our darkest places. So I really hope you embrace the love letters, and maybe you may write some even if no one else knows about them. As long as you do, that's all that matters. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.